Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about part 2 of the Sanctity of Capitalism. And for those who have not seen the first video, I recommend it. Kind of give you an introduction of what I'm basically going to be talking about for the next couple of videos. But the Sanctity of Capitalism, which is really an oxymoron in some people's mind, and it's not respected by others. It doesn't seem to make even sense. But the sanctity of money is about how to use properly the tool of money, how it's been taught to me by other ministers, clergy, other priests, rabbis, friends of mine, Buddhist monks, who have told me these things and made it clear that we have a moral imperative when it comes to money. In fact, my Jewish friend once said to me that money is inherently moral, which was the greatest concept, mindset I ever had at the time about the tool of money. Because up to that point, I kind of had fallen into the mindset, the beliefs that money was the root of all evil, and it's not. It's the pursuit of money can be potentially the root of all evil. Or the love of money, as it's been written once in one holy text, and I think you know which one, that is the root of all evil. So we always put people first. Now, I've been a salesman and a businessman for decades, and in the process, I've been taught one way, unofficially, but it is the way. It seems to be out there. It's assumed, and it's continuously taught to every new generation, and it's totally flawed, totally wrong. When I was first introduced to it by a salesperson, he said to me, Angelos, make sure that there's always a winner when you're doing business, and make sure that you're on the winning side. And I'm looking at that statement going, wait a minute, there's only one winner? There's not two winners? No, only one winner. And he stated, this is, and for you salespeople out there, I know you heard this. The salespeople have this quote, this saying, the first one to open their mouth is the first one to lose. What they mean by that quote is, and I've seen it done by many of my sales mentors of the past, if you're going to sell something, know when to present whatever it is you're trying to sell, and shut up and let the other person talk. The more the other person, the consumer, the client, the customer, whatever, talks, the more you can home in on selling the product to them. And then again, interject your suggestion, shut up and wait, and you keep leading them. Basically, the salesperson is leading the consumer to the end game, which is to sell a product or service. And in many cases, whether they need it or not, that's the sales game. There's a loser and there's a winner. Never understood that, intuitively didn't like the way that sounded. And as that was presented to me, I tried for a short period of time to implement that philosophy, and it never worked. I would work for different companies, and I've sold electronic equipment, I've sold services, I've sold furniture, and they all say almost the same thing. So they give me even a script, hey, do this, and this is how you sell. I always threw away the script and sold more than the other people doing the scripts. And why? Because I always put people first, their needs above my sales. And I always sold more. Not a coincidence. It's just a fact of nature. So I'm putting right now, you see these pies, okay? These segmented pies. Some people call them cakes, whatever, tomato, tomato. But each one represents, as you can see, no matter how much you cut it up, somebody's going to get a bigger piece of the pie. Someone's going to get less piece of the pie. In economics, that's just the way the game is played. And if you talk to any politician, they'll describe it the same way. If you talk to a business person, they'll describe it the same way. And what this happens in society is, this means it creates a have and have not situation. Someone's going to have less or not than the person who has more. So the ones who have. With this mentality, there's always going to be issues. There's always going to be one trying to covet the other, one hating the other, one creating wars over the other, because there's always haves and have not. And there's plenty to go around. That's the other big illusion in reality that we call life with money, that there isn't enough. It's finite. That's not true. There's enough money in the world for everybody to be a millionaire, believe it or not. But we don't give it out We don't share it out. We cut it up in pies and say, you have your piece and I have mine, and don't touch my piece. That's the way economies run. Now, my friends told me a long time ago that money is inherent morale. It's a morality that should be practiced when using the tool of money. She made that so clear to me that she also then went on to say, don't think of the economy as a pie or a cake. Think of the economy as a candle. And I said, a candle? I don't understand that. Can you explain that? She said, sure. And I'll do for you what she did for me. She took an example of a flame, okay? It's self-sustaining, self-powered. It's complete into itself. It's not diminished by itself. And so she said, this flame represents a wealthy person, a person with wealth, a person who created wealth, self-made millionaire, self-made billionaire, whatever. And even if they just inherited the money or won it from Lotto, this is their flame. Interesting, from that flame, you take, this is what she said with the candle, you take that one flame and you share that one flame with someone else. The smaller candle represents a new millionaire being in the making, somebody being born into sanctity of capitalism. This new flame, despite the fact it's not as big as that flame, can also move on and give to another person. Now, the first flame, we got two new millionaires, two wealthy people, but the original one has not been diminished. The original flame is still hearty, strong, inspirational, powerful, and capable of giving more. This one flame can give 100 candles a flame of its own. This one, small flame, can also potentially give as many, if not more so, than the original flame. That's how she explained the economy should be ran. It should not be run. It should not be run like a pie. We should all share, think about each other, the greater good. And if everybody had that idea, that concept, that mindset when it comes to money, there wouldn't be haves and have-nots. And if there's no have-nots in the world, then there is no need or wants to take it from the ones who have, because everybody has. It's so simple. Our people just haven't figured it out yet. It's a focus, it's a mindset. It's not a training anymore. It's not a skill set to develop. It is something that's been taught. And I asked her, by the way, that idea with candles, where did that come from? I'm Jewish. It comes from the old books I read on my faith. So it's been around for thousands of years. We just have a problem accepting it as a society. So that's it for this video. I hope it's inspired some people, if not educated some people, if not entertained some people. If you have any questions, please in the comment field, let me know, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Until the next video, thank you for visiting me again, and have a great day. Take care.